All units, heads up. I'm going to disable this car.
Oh, no,
Officer,
you're
please
not.
proceed with caution.
Ah, you look like crap. Nope. Could not get across quickly enough to hit him.
Contact.
And that's got me out of position, so you know what? Hold on. Let me get everything back under control again. Yeah, hi. Thank you for that. I was actually going to do the same thing to you a minute ago, but you were too slow and I shot right by you.
Performing the duties of his office.
Digby C. Caesar.
No.
Well, hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. I am Digby, and today we're going to be checking out a game that I picked up on sale during the Racing Fest thing that Steam just had going on recently. But yeah, today we're going to be playing Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. Now, real quick before we get going with this, there are a couple of caveats. So, we will be driving in this game with a mouse and a keyboard, which is actually perfectly fine, because as I'm sure you guys already know, this is an arcade racer, and arcade racers are absolutely perfect for driving with a mouse and a keyboard, because there is not a whole lot of finesse involved in an arcade racer. You are pretty much going to be either going full blast, you're going to be having a lift, or you're going to be hitting the brakes, all three of which are things that can be perfectly reproduced with a keyboard. Now, the second caveat is that we will not be using the in-game music, because while I'm sure the evil empire, Electronic Arts. Anyway, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to guess that, yes, they probably paid for all the licenses and crap, but I'm willing to bet that there is absolutely no way that at this point in time, I'm going to be able to use the game music and not have YouTube light up like a Christmas tree with all the alarms and bells and sirens and things that are going to go off with the copyright checks. So yeah, I figured it's going to be a whole lot easier if I just pick the music myself and I don't have to worry about it. And third and finally is that I do not know if this is going to end up maybe being a series, maybe being a quick look at video. Pretty much going to come down to how I feel about the game after I get done playing it, because let's be honest, not all remasters work, and while I am incredibly hopeful that much like Praetorians and Commandos 2 and some of the other games that I used to love that I have gotten remasters of, this one is going to be incredibly well done and actually be an improvement on the original. It is, again, Electronic Arts that we're talking about here, so my expectations are, we'll just say they're being tempered. Oh, and I almost forgot too, I should probably also put it out there that this is a driving game that I am going to be driving in, so the odds are incredibly good that I am going to end up using some of my driving words. Now, luckily I have an incredibly huge library of comical sound effects that I can use to replace my driving words during the edit, but there's pretty good odds you guys are going to know what I was saying before I bleeped it, so if that's the sort of thing that offends you, might not be the video for you. Okay, I think that's everything covered, so if you guys are ready, it's a good day to be a bad guy, let's drive.
Seacrest County has become the ultimate place to speed, a playground for the most exotic cars and drivers in the world. But this is not a lawless place. Constant competition has led to the creation of the world's fastest police force, Seacrest County Speed Enforcement. The SCPD spare no expense to redline it all the way and make you pay. Every day, new drivers still show up and attempt to tame Seacrest County and outrun the law. The pursuit for the ultimate driver starts here. Which side are you on?
Okay, looks like we do have a choice of races, although 3 of them are locked. And again, I'm going to guess that it's going to pick the car for me, which is a bit of a shame, but hopefully it picks a good one. Okay, apparently we are doing Roadsters Reborn.
Entry in the Roadsters Reborn race event is confirmed. In this showcase event, you will unleash the true potential of the Roadster as you compete against other drivers in a race along the Seacrest County coast. Use your driving skills to outmaneuver the opposition and take a medal. Your reputation is measured in wanted levels. Currently, you are not registering much activity and are classed by the SCPD as a Level 1 speeder. The greatest drivers win the races and outrun the law with style, and are classified as Level 20, most wanted. Your daily activity is measured as bounty. The harder, faster, and more dangerously you drive, the more bounty you will earn. Win races, beat your rivals, and stay one step ahead of the cops to increase your wanted level and get access to new cars and entry into the toughest events. Your car is equipped with a race-spec nitro system. Use this system to gain a rapid acceleration increase. Nitros will only charge if you drive dangerously. Drive in oncoming traffic lanes, near-miss other vehicles, drift corners, and take shortcuts to gain the most nitros. This race has restricted entry requirements. You can choose any of the available cars to drive in the race. Some cars are locked at this time and will become available as you increase your wanted level.
Well, I hate to break it to you there, race darling, but pretty good odds even if I try and behave myself, I'm going to end up driving dangerously. And we are going to get to pick different cars, although it does appear that most of them are locked at the moment. So what do we got for choices in the Roadster class? We have got a BMW Z4, looks like. We got a 370Z Roadster, nice. 911 Turbo, I mean, it's a Porsche. You got the RX-8, yippity skippity, don't really care for Mazdas. Charger SRT, again, kind of a piece of garbage. Evo 10, Impreza, really hate Imprezas. 370Z, on the other hand, is an absolutely gorgeous car. And that would appear to be all we've got. And once we get a nice high bounty, we'll be able to unlock them. Oh, and of course, obviously the non-Roadsters are not available in the Roadster event. You know what? That's fine. I'm okay with the Cockster. Let's do it.
Porsche engineers have realized a long-held dream. The dream of a Roadster that is more original, more sporty, and more liberated than ever. By taking an idea back to the basics, the Boxster Spyder is based on a pure, lightweight design with no comfortable extras. Featuring a tuned version of the proven 3.4-liter flat-six Boxer engine, which sits just ahead of the rear axle, the Boxster Spyder weighs only 1,275 kilograms. There is a noticeable kick in acceleration when compared to the other two models in the range, and the car is always alert and willing to change direction. No air conditioning, no radio, no cup holders, no door release levers. This is the lightest Porsche you can buy, and one that returns to the formula applied in creating the classic 1950s Porsche 550 Spyder.
Now, basically what the Boxster did was it enabled Porsche to realize their dream of getting like 911 Carrera money for a car that's nowhere near as good as a 911. Is what the Boxster did for Porsche. But whatever, darling. You be you. I mean, end of the day, every single Porsche alive is nothing but a VW Beetle with delusions of grandeur anyway, so yeah, let's not kid ourselves. Also, you have got to wonder what exactly it is that Ryan Seacrest did to cheese off Electronic Arts so much. Alright, looks like we're up against a bunch of crap, so let's just get around all these idiots. Kinda like that. Hopefully get a grip on how this thing's gonna handle. Yeah, I see you coming up behind me, dude. I don't think so. Yeah, we'll just block you. Oh, keep it on the road, Digby. Watch out for the pedestrians. Crap, that was kind of poor. Now, do I actually have nitro already? I do indeed have nitro already. Perfect. And that was, of course, just a little bit of a test of the nitro. We are going to save it until we see a much better straight stretch. Going 200 plus. Yeah, I have a feeling it's not going to take a whole long time to rebuild the boost here. Alright, head downhill. Let's try and take this corner a little bit better. And then just... Oh, I was going to say, we'll punch our way out of this one. But you know what? How about we wait for this one? And punch our way out of that. And then punch our way face first directly into the fence. Now, can you bump draft in this game, I wonder? I suppose we'll find out. Well, we'll find out when I quit being an incompetent halfway is when we'll find out. Alright, well, I've got a minute or so now to get a little bit better at driving. I'm also trying to test stuff, like if I'm in the wrong lane, does that boost the nitrous? And it does, even if there is no oncoming traffic. Let's let off of that before we head directly into the friggin' 90-degree turn. Oh, well driven, my friend. Beautifully done on your part. Try not to sideswipe that guy. Try and do a little bit better in the next corner. That was considerably better, Digby. Well played. Yeah, I gotta start actually paying attention to... Ow. Alright, well, apparently I don't have to pay attention to track limits. Oh, you know what, dude? You're gonna regret that, I think. Here. Have a quick punt. I'm reasonably certain one of the things about this game is that you are technically supposed to have high-contact racing here. Okay, still got 2.8 miles to go, so you know what? Let's not have any panic attacks yet. Let's try using nitrous a little bit more judiciously. Now let's build a little bit more of it up. Have a quick lift just to get around this idiot. No, a little bit harder on the drift there, Digby. There you go. Much, much better. Alright, try and do a cutback on him. Try not to get wiped out. Get a little juice coming out of the corner. Get around civilian traffic. We're in 4th place, which is a bit regrettable, but I can see 1st and 2nd directly ahead. Should be able to undercut them right here. And go. Alright, dude, credit where it was due. That was pretty good. 1 mile to the finish. We've already taken the lead. We should be fine as long as we don't screw up too badly. Oh yeah, it looks like they had quite a kerfuffle in the background, because I'm not seeing any of them in the rear view anymore. And in the words of the immortal Jeremy Clarkson,
and across the line!
Looks like the next one we are up for is going to be the Eagle Crest, and I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to guess we're either going to be driving the Mazda or the Charger. I hate to say it, but if you give me a choice between those two cars, I am not going to enjoy either. Oh yeah, we have a choice. So, which would you guys rather hear about? The RX-8, sorry, or the Charger SHIT? You know what? I'm thinking the Charger SHIT, because I believe this is the first one where we're going to get chased by the cops. And I am basing that entirely on the fact that the race is called Hot Pursuit something. So yeah, you know what? We're going to drive this, we're going to paint it black so that the cops won't know who we are, and hopefully we get through it and we never have to drive it again.
The Dodge Charger name is a historical one associated with performance.
And
with four-door flexibility, the
two-door
Dodge
muscle
Charger
cars.
SRT8 is a sophisticated, versatile muscle car that excites at every turn. The 425 bhp that the 6.1-liter Hemi V8 generates makes it equally as powerful as the legendary Hemi engines of the muscle car era. The Dodge Charger also features an electronic stability control designed to assist drivers during extreme steering maneuvers. Prominent wheel arches house the familiar 5-spoke aluminum wheels, while the aggressive front grille, broad-shouldered fenders, and sloping fastback roofline allow the Dodge Charger to dominate the road in style.
No, it allows you to take your kids to school and feel like you're slightly cooler than the poor loser in the minivan, even though you're not, is what it allows. Oh, I hate this generation of Charger. As somebody who grew up with proper two-door V8 muscle cars, I don't care what they do to this thing, it will never not suck. Muscle cars have 2 doors, case closed. Alright, Digby, much like last time, this is going to come down to being patient, not screwing up the corners too much, and just making sure you use the nitrous at the right time. Yeah, you never have to have a panic attack in this kind of game because it's always going to keep you at least reasonably close. So as long as you don't do that and then goof up the corner, you're still going to be fine. Ugh, Muppet. You know what? I'd rather be driving the Crown Vic.
I'm with the vehicles now. These guys don't look like they want to stop. I got a chase here.
Okay, so the sedans in this game are basically going to handle like giant dumpsters full of jello. Gotcha. Note to self, make sure you accommodate that factor into your driving. Alright, we are a little bit behind, but on the plus side, that means the stupid cops are going to be bothering with everybody else and not us. So let's just sit back and relax and try and play catch up here for a bit. I absolutely hate the fact that that fence feels like it should have been a breakaway fence and was not. I am also hugging the inside of the corners way too tight for this car. Now let's put the boots to her and let's get caught back up again.
Central requesting a roadblock.
Negative patrol. Roadblock units are unavailable at this time.
In pursuit of a Dodge Charger SRT-8.
Wow, you're not chasing the other nitwits? Well, that hardly seems fair.
Why's everybody always picking on me?
Suspect is driving extremely dangerously. We've got to end this now. All units, heads up. I'm going to disable this car.
Oh, no,
Officer,
you're
please
not.
proceed with caution.
Ah, you look like crap. Nope. Could not get across quickly enough to hit him.
Contact.
And that's got me out of position, so you know what? Hold on. Let me get everything back under control again. Yeah, hi. Thank you for that. I was actually going to do the same thing to you a minute ago, but you were too slow and I shot right by you. Okay, I'm starting to get really annoyed with you people, so I think it is time to play a really quick game of Punt the...
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
All units, pursuit escort.
And boop.
We got units down. Send EMS.
Wrecker is en route.
Alright, well we got 1 mile to go, but that is directly ahead of us, and I don't see any other traffic, so we should be fine. Let's just get around this corner, use the boost, catch up to him. Well, crap, I was actually going to try and rear-end him just then, and I completely and utterly muffed it. And across the line. Thank you, Steam and Electronic Arts, for both telling me that I got these same achievements, but doing them one on top of each other and having them in the opposite positions. Well done. Alright, well, between all of my waffling and all of the menu lady being a gabby-tabby about all those crappy cars, I am pretty much out of recording time, so before we end this video, I want to go try out being a cop. So yeah, we've been a bad guy, we've been a bad driver, let's go be a bad lieutenant. Really, an erratic driver in a smashed-up car should be an easy bus for a new recruit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can handle that.
Welcome, cadets. You have been accepted into the ranks of the SCPD, the world's fastest speed enforcement unit. You begin your career as a Rank 1 cadet with limited access to the department. The pinnacle of the speed enforcement unit are the Rank 20 ultimate enforcers with access to any vehicle or pursuit resource required. Your career with the SCPD will be measured on your performance in the field. All of your actions are monitored and recorded in the system as bounty. The more bounty you are awarded during an active mission, the faster you will progress through the cop ranks.
AKA, we'll give you the keys to the Lambo once you stop sucking.
Officers in pursuit of a Mazda heading south on 3 Points Road.
Confirmed. Suspect is exceeding all posted limits. Requesting assistance.
Interceptor assistance is command approved and en route to your location.
Affirmative command. Interceptor unit is on scene and engaging pursuit. Standing down. Over to you.
Okay, I absolutely love the idea of being a general in Ryan Seacrest's private army, so...
I would love to do it, but I got this job right now.
Okay, can we give this guy a little bit of a love tap? That did 1 damage, so this shouldn't take too long. See if we can cut him off here. Wow, that was anticlimactic. Alright, well, I can't unlock a harder one without more points, and I can't get more points without doing another race, which means...
montage.
units, we have a high priority situation on Mission Beach.
Yes, we do. Apparently I just need to bust one of these guys to pass the race. That doesn't sound too bad. Well.
Contact.
Yes, I made contact. Unfortunately, I also made contact with the phone pole immediately afterwards. Alright, let's try wiping you out that way. Nope. Okay, get it back under control, Digby. Get it back under control. Watch out for the truck. Oh, for God's sakes, I thought that was going to stop that guy when he plowed into that. Apparently not. So can I... Hi. Yeah, can I hold back and maybe let you catch up? And then just keep punching you in the face until you get wiped out? Because I am perfectly fine with that behavior. Here, say hello to the pickup truck. No, he missed it. Okay, he's almost dead anyway, so...
I've made contact. My vehicle has taken damage.
As I was saying before Ding Dong interrupted me there, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold back, and then we're just going to...
Suspect has been issued with a speeding ticket and fine.
do that to him. Alright, we got my one bust. Now I got to get 2 busts to get merit. I think there's only 2 guys left, and that only took 2 miles, so we should have plenty of time to maybe take out another one. Especially if we're a little bit more enthusiastic. Oh, and it looks like he's already dead anyway. Oh, well now, that was stupid. Okay, try it again. The blue guy's almost dead, so let's catch up to him. Let's just rear-end him. And let's send him off into a guardrail with a ticket. And boot. Okay, yet again, that only took a couple of miles. We still got 5 left.
I've made contact. He has sustained some damage.
And 1 guy left to sort out. And it's incredibly difficult doing running dialogue. Yeah, it's incredibly difficult doing running dialogue when they keep interrupting me every 2 seconds. So I want to let you get a little bit further ahead, and then I want to take you out on the inside. Kinda like that.
The suspects are now under arrest. Bring them in for processing.
That was so awesome that I think I broke the game. Alright, well, that was at least a quick look at Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered, and while there are some parts of it that I will admit I do not care for, overall I think it was pretty good. As is the case in most Need for Speed Hot Pursuit games, I seem to find myself more gravitating towards the being a cop side of it rather than being a racer side of it, which I'll be honest with you is probably down to the incredibly crappy car selection. But yeah, no matter how it turns out, I had an absolute blast playing this today. I am incredibly glad I got it on sale, because if I'm also honest, I'm not sure how I would have felt about paying full price for it. However, end of the day, we had a lot of fun, created a lot of carnage, and complaints aside, it does still have that Need for Speed magic, in spite of the best efforts of Electronic Arts. And on that thankful note, as always, I've been Digby. I thank you guys for stopping by. Really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Need for Speed. And yeah, I hope to see you for the next one.